Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? It's your girl, Jess, and I'm super, super, super excited. Like, we're in season two. We made it to season two, and we're executing in season two. Did I say that right? Executing. Y'all, since I got these braces, I I know I wasn't getting words right before, but my God, it's trash. Ooh, what is it? Hooked on phonics, my phonics, my phonics. Look, I'm trying to be all deep and stuff with another word, but my phonics is a little off. So I'm just super, super, super excited about this season because one, I'm not giving up on me, right? And I'm keeping it moving, y'all. It's so many updates that I have to give you. If it's your first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Every Thursday for the next 10 weeks, you will hear me come on either by myself or with a lovely guest, y'all. I have some amazing guests this season. And so I'm super excited about what your ears will hear, what you will digest. I've already prayed and I said, God, whatever you have come out of me, let it be conducive for what we have in this season. And so y'all are in let me not just exclude myself because I'm a part of it. We are in for an amazing treat. We are. So first season was, a season of development. I'm still developing. I'm still learning, y'all. I am the producer. I am the creative. I am the writer. I am the exec. I'm the director. I'm everything. And so it's been interesting juggling the different facets just for this podcast. But I've really been enjoying this. It's been very therapeutic, y'all. Therapeutic. For those that see me on YouTube, hey, y'all see me? I got a little new hairdo. I'm locked up. I'm locked up, okay? Ain't been locked up alone. Shout out to my sister, Kendall Dreadheads. Y'all can go to www.kendallsdreadheads.com, set up a consultation. A lot of people are thinking about locks now. Like, it's so convenient, right? It's so beautiful. Like, what we can do with locks now, like, my idea of locks now are so different from when I was growing up. Like, I was like, oh no, that's not for me. I want to be able to be very flexible with my hair, but I didn't realize how flexible you can be with your hair. But like with the lifestyle that I live, the busy lifestyle I live, y'all, it's lock worthy. I would just say that is lock. The locks are needed, but you still, of course, have to maintain a level of consistency or health. Keep your healthy lifestyle up or whatever. Because I'm gonna have healthy locks. I'm not gonna have these locks where it look like they've been bitten off and all that stuff like that. No, I can't do it. That is not my ministry. That is not my ministry. So y'all, y'all, let's pause. If you haven't followed your girl yet, make sure you follow your girl on each platform, at the Jessica S. Smith. The only platform that's different is Facebook because somebody took it. I wasn't quick enough. So, but on everything else, I am the Jessica S. Smith. On Facebook, I am Hello Jessica S. Smith. So it's either the or hello or the. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. We in season two. We are in season two. Y'all just don't understand why I'm so excited to make it to season two. Because for one, I didn't think I was gonna make it out of season one. Woo! Let me say that again. I am so excited to be in season two because I did not think I was going to make it out of season one. A lot of times we can't even see the next because we are so frustrated what we're currently dealing with. And I was so frustrated in season one because I was inconsistent. I was I didn't have as many guests as I wanted. Like, there was a lot of things that I didn't want, but what God showed me was that He was trying to to get me to honor what I already had. And that was me. That was my creativity. That was my voice, right? That was my intellect. And so he was really trying to get me to embody what I brought to the table. So much so that what blessed me and healed me blessed and healed others. And so I really learned in season 1 how to be transparent, more transparent. I'm still learning. Let's call it spade a spade. I'm still learning what transparency looks like for me, right? I'm still learning how to address certain things without bashing. I say that kind of loud, bashing others that are in my story. And so certain things will come up. I'm gonna try my best to honor others as I honor myself, right? What I'm learning. Shout out to Dr. Mickey Wade. I am currently in his program. I'm not ashamed about it. So I'm in this pattern breaking program where, because I just literally got fed up with myself. I'm literally, and I'm up here talking. If you're on YouTube, you seeing me use my hands a lot. I'm like, do y'all want to see my hands? But anyway, I am going through this process with Dr. Wade to be my best self. And the way I can get to be my best self and break these cycles that continue to hold me back is going through this process. So it's an intense process. If y'all want to know more about it, look him up. Mickey Wade, he's on Facebook. I'm counting a lot of people out right now, but I'm going through this process of getting better. Not feeling better, but being better. And we have to understand the difference. The difference between feeling better and being better is the truth that we're listening to. Y'all, this is already good. The truth that we're listening to. And so when I was at a conference, when I realized that I thought I was better, but I really wasn't better. It was the feeling that I was focused on versus the realities. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The realities of the thing. And so when I realized I'm at this conference and I'm just going through the motions, like I'm like, okay, well, I'm not crying, so I'm not depressed, and I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. I have different patterns, but or what I would call different patterns, or I'm quote unquote managing well, but I'm still broken. Right. I'm still broken in certain areas. I'm still broken in my thought processes. I'm still broken in my responses. I'm still broken on the inward parts, but I know the exterior. I know I have to keep it up because I'm a leader. I'm a minister. I'm a creative. I manage people. Right. I am this person that people expect to be okay. And so, because I'm trying to maintain that image, I have to look like I'm better. And so I got so much into that idea of feeling better enough to maintain the image of being better. Y'all, this is freeing me. Like, I did not know what I was going to talk about, but I had to look at myself after I got called out. First, that's why when you go to these places, I'm a big fan of going to conferences outside of where people know you, right? Because sometimes the familiarity can miss things. Familiarity can be afraid to address certain things. And so I was outside of my territory. I was in Chicago, y'all, and never been to Chicago. I was around certain people that I've been around, but the person that called things out is not somebody that's always around me. And so when she looked at me and she called, and this was a prophet. She looked at me and she called my name, and she basically called my spirit forward, right? And so when that happened, there was something that just came over me. Like she poured into me what I needed at the time. And that's when the thought of the feeling better versus being better came to mind because I was in a delusional state. I was in a delusional state of, yeah, I'm good. But my reactions and my responses to my life were not consistent of being good, right? What is good, what I was dealing with was, like I said earlier, trying to keep up with the image, but not actually being better for myself. And so what the enemy will try to do, y'all, the enemy will dilute the situation in front of us at hand, allowing us to believe these lies using a partial truth, right? Partial truth is still a lie. Partial truth is still a lie, right? And the partial truth is that because I feel better, I am better. Y'all, I'm freeing myself right now. Y'all, the partial truth is because I feel better, I am better. But the actual truth is when I am better, the reward is feeling better. The reward is the feeling of the thing, right? But that's not an automatic thing because the process has been challenging, right? The process has been challenging. But when I don't go through the process, I don't meet the feeling that I want, right? I don't experience the emotions that are necessary for me to get to the next, right? I don't experience joy. I don't experience peace. I don't experience those things because I rather live in a lie or half truth for those in the back. That's like, oh, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not delusional. It is what it is, and that's what season 2 is about. That is our season 2. That it is what it is, y'all. That's what it is. We can't keep dodging and going and playing patty cake and baker's man, right? With what actually going on, because if first of all, this is just Jessica speaking. We have to address what it is. We have to address what it is. What is it for you, right? What was it for me was or has been the lack of security, fear of being alone for the rest of my life, fear of not pleasing the people that are important to me. It's real. Until I properly identified that, I did not know how to address it. And so when we live a life of delusion, we get delusional results. We start, and when you wonder for people like, I don't understand why you don't get it. I don't understand why you don't get it. Or people start drifting away because you living in fairy tale land. You living in fairy tale land with yourself. And all these people, if everybody's listen, if everybody listen, Linda, do I have your ear? Linda, Sam, Mike, John, Paul Wall, do I have your ear? Okay, thank you. You, if people, good people, like assigned people, are dismissing themselves from you, you might want to pay attention. Okay, you might want to say, okay, instead of thank you, Holy Spirit, instead of me being upset with the person that continues to leave me, who is the common denominator? It is I. It is me. When I keep getting these dysfunctional relationships, right? Who is the common denominator? It is I. It is Jessica S. Smith. It is me. And it's like, when do I take responsibility for my life? For the, like we can't victimize every situation. What happened, it happened. It is what it is. How do we move forward from what it is? Okay, if we address the situation, we heal from the situation, and we move from the situation. Okay, we address the situation, we heal from the situation, and we move. Address, heal, move. Address, heal, move. Say it with me. Address, heal, move. Declare that right now. I will address it, I will heal from it, and I will move away from it. Right? I will address it. I will, thank you, Holy Spirit. Let me say this again. I will address it, I will heal from it, and I will move on. Sometimes, oh, this is so good. So today I was driving, and it's been 2 years since I bought my house. I bought my house, and I'm super proud of that. That's a accomplishment. I still kind of pinch myself on, because that's something I wanted, but I didn't. You know how sometimes you say, oh, I want, and when it happens, you're like, oh, that I really got that, and then like the time it took for me to start the process and finish it, oh, it was nothing but God. So watch this. I was driving from an event that I was at, and I heard the Holy Spirit say, "Stop, stop by your old place." And this was a place that I rented. It's on like the west side of town. And normally west side of town is kind of like urban, if that's the word. But yeah, it's a more impoverished area. I've never been to a west side of anything, and it was the best side of town. So I'm just saying that I'm from the west side of Birmingham, so I'm not clowning anybody. But obviously, I didn't have a problem with living there. So I lived there for about a year, and it was coming up on my time to renew my lease. And the Lord told me, it was a time where I was, it was time for me to move. It was time for me to move. And he made sure I was uncomfortable. He made sure of it, that I was uncomfortable. And so when I went, I was like, Lord, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to remember where to go. And literally, I was surprised that I did. So every turn I got there, and I looked at the house, and I was like, well, it's still in the same shape I left it, right? It was, some still some things going on with the house. Let's just say it needed some work. It needed some work. And it's still the same type of people there. And then even driving down, right? Driving down to the house and from the house, I noticed that nothing had changed. Nothing had changed from when I had moved from there. And I haven't been over there since I moved. Y'all, somebody told me I was gonna forget the direction of what I normally go home. I never forgot. I remember that I didn't live there no more. Like that, it was easy to get used to where I live now. And so, um, I get there, and I pass the house, and I do a U-turn, and I said, Lord, okay, Lord, why am I here? And I heard the Lord kind of start like downloading different things in me. And one of the things that he downloaded was that the understanding of that place versus this place. And he reminded me of where I was, that when I decided to change my address, everything changed. That means that when I decided to change my residency, right? I changed everything. I changed my car upgraded. I don't have the same car. I don't even have the same position at my job, y'all. I don't even have the same position at my job. Like the where I live, and it's not far. Like I just moved, and I still don't go over there. But where I live, things are always developing. Things are always developing, right? But if I would have stayed in a mindset and always saying, well, let me go see the house. Let me see what's going on over there. would be continually returning to the vomit. But I was at a state where I removed myself long enough to be mature enough to go back when God told me to go back. This is so good. I removed myself long enough to be able to go back when God told me to go back. And so some of us, reason why I say this is because we just said we're going to have to address it. We're going to have to heal from it, and then we'll have to move on, right? My addressing whatever it was, whatever God told me to address was, okay, God, this is a season to move. This is a season for me to move. But why are you trying to get me out of the place? Y'all, I lost a relationship that I thought I was going to be married to the man, but that went left. Okay, it went super left. Like he got out of my life. I was depressed for the first. Um, let me be honest. I know at least the first 7 months of being in the house, something I just really I couldn't enjoy. Right. Um, I was I was mentally broken. I was mentally broken, and even if I am transparent, I'm still healing from certain parts. Right. Because I see the residue like in my actions. I'm like, why did I respond that way? Why did I just respond that way? Right. And so there goes that part where it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So as far as me going back to the house, I could be mature and handle it. Not because I'm living on a quote unquote better side of town or anything like that. It's because my mindset shifted. Like I was comfortable in the house. I really the other house had more room. The house had more room. The other house, I'm just gonna say it had more room. I can't even think of it was better, but it had more space. And I need more space even now, but I'm happy where I am. It's peaceful, right? Um, it's safe, right? It's around a lot of it's convenient. It's convenient. And I'm hidden in plain sight. Like I'm literally hidden in plain sight. And so I addressed it. I addressed what was going on at the time of my movement, right? I addressed what was going on in the time of my transition. And now I got to a place, or I had gotten to a place of healing. Now, certain things from where I need to be healed from is not necessarily from this season, but I, in that moment of where I was healing and being set free from those mindsets, I had to learn to move on. And that's where I am. Sometimes we can get stuck from healing and moving on. That gap between healing and moving on, that space, right? You can say, "Oh yeah, I'm better," but I'm still stuck, right, in certain patterns, or it's like because the familiarity is so much more. It's so much more. My God, today get your vocabulary right, woman of God. It's so much. It's much more comfortable than finding out what's behind another door, right? And so I'm not even the same. I'm not the same woman from that address to this address. And that's why God only allowed me to rent that space for whatever. I own my own space. I own my preservation. I own my peace. I own that. I take advantage of what has been given to me. The reason why I own it is because that's what God left me. He left me peace. He left me joy. He left me my sanity. And so when I understand my ownership versus a space that I was renting, that was only temporary. That relationship was only temporary. That mindset was only temporary. It's a scripture that says I think that's in Corinthians, where it says, when I thought as a child, I performed childish. This is Jessica version, by the way. And I thought as a child, I was childish. But when I became a man, I took away all the childish things, right? And so I you had to move differently, right? Your appetite becomes different, your ways become different. But even this, thank you, Holy Spirit, even as I review myself in that space, I was preparing, thank you, Holy Spirit, I was preparing for this address. The space I rented prepared me for ownership tangibly. It prepared me to manage a house. It prepared me to be able to clean up my space. It prepared, because cleaning up a house and cleaning up an apartment, whoo, child, my God, my God, my God, it's a little different, okay? But it prepared my mindset for home ownership. But if I would have just been okay with renting a space that was never mine, I would have been investing in other people what I should have been investing in myself, right? And so I was able to address the fact that this was temporary. I was able to heal from the broken areas that was necessary to heal from so I can maintain the blessing and move on, right? And so even with God telling me to go back, he just wanted to remind me in that moment of where he brought me from. Like, I mean, the old people say it all day, like, oh, he brought me from my own world. Like, that's real. Like, it might be redundant, but it's real. It's the truth, right? I never would have imagined me actually being a homeowner. Like that was a dream come true. Not even thinking of this wasn't really even just about me. My mom and my bonus mom both told me that they've always wanted to own a house. And I was surprised at my bonus mom. Like I knew that about my mom, but I was surprised at my bonus mom because I was like, girl, you was by yourself so long and you didn't own it, you didn't own your home. Like it just blew me away. So it impacted them in a way to see me do that. It was a it was a reward to see me live out the life that they wanted to live, right? It was a reward for them to see me not get stuck in a place. It was a reward for them to see me progress in that manner. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I am so grateful. We do have to address things so we can heal from it, and then we get to the point of moving on. And so I'm really excited about this season. I have a friend that says it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And it used to irritate the crap out of me, but now that's what I lean on for when I get frustrated, for when it's not a cop out. I've heard somebody say, the is what it is statement, is a cop out of not addressing things. But no, actually, in my side, my line of view, I'm actually gonna address it. Okay, I see what that is. It is what it is. It's even almost like going back to when God says, "I am that I am." Right, but in that same statement, with him saying addressing I am that I am, he's not what he's not. He's not a deadbeat father. He's never gonna leave you or forsake you. He can't work outside of who he is. And so I can't address a thing as though it's not. I have to address the thing as what it is. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? And it's because of my actions, because of my intentionality, it's because of where where God has already predestined me for. So I'm trusting the is what it is in every aspect of my life because I'm accepting what God has already done. Woo! I am accepting what God has already done. And so I'm super excited about this season, y'all. When I tell you I got some heavy hitters. I got some heavy hitters. Baby, this season it's gonna be lit. Okay. So make sure you turn on that notification button. Make sure you are subscribed to Jess Ask the podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to that, because this is where we are going to break things down. This is where we as creatives and entrepreneurs, here we go with them braces. Here we go with them braces. Y'all see that? YouTube, y'all see that? My God, today. This is a space for creatives and entrepreneurs to digest what is needed to move forward, not just for their businesses, but for the families and for themselves. And so I thank you for lending me your ears. I thank you in advance for lending me your time. Thank you so much for trusting this platform to provide um, the tools, necessary tools for us to move forward. And so make sure you share this. Make sure you rate. Let me know how you liking it. Make sure you DM me any ideas that you have, y'all. I'm not finished with all 10 episodes. I'm not. So I'm flexible. I love it when people tell me they're listening. I love people when people tell me they are engulfed in this conversation, because I would like your input, because this is a community, this is a family, and I really, really love you guys. So season 2, it is what it is. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and put that notification on. Until next time, remember, life is much more simple when you just ask. I'll see you later.